everyone. Welcome back to the KLT Fitcast. We are your hosts, Josh and Kate. Who are you? Other than Josh.
I'm Josh. Just Josh.
Just Josh. And only you can prevent forest fires.
Yes, that is correct.
I know.
Only Josh can. Yes. Yeah. I'm your husband and been working in the mental health field for over 10 years.
Love it. And I'm Kate, certified personal trainer, nutrition coach, who lost 150 pounds, found a passion for health, wellness, and fitness, and we opened a gym.
Yeah.
This podcast is all about asking the hard questions, giving honest answers, and helping you to live your best and healthiest life with realistic and sustainable changes. We also really like to try and give tools at the end of every single podcast for you to take away and use in your day-to-day life as soon as you stop watching or listening. And today feels like it's going to be a chaotic episode.
I think I'm a little bit nervous about this one. I think the reason I think I'm nervous is I don't really know what's going to happen in this episode at all.
Yeah. I took control of this one. So these are things I want to call it. We kind of said like rapid fire, sure, but mostly just like question and answer. And some of them aren't even necessarily questions, just topics that have come up for me in the last, I don't know, I would say 2-3 weeks, be it in person, be it virtual, just things that have come up, and I've taken a mental note, which that mental note then turned into a note on my phone, and now it's turned into chicken scratch on a piece of paper. Just things that I think are worth talking about for people. So some of them are directly related to nutrition. Some of them are not at all related to nutrition. Some of them we're going to talk a lot about mental health in this one, I think, too. So it feels like we're going to bounce around a whole bunch of different topics. So just like buckle up, y'all. It's time to fasten those seatbelts.
And outside of the mental health topic, I really have no idea what this episode is about or what any of your topics even are.
It's about everything and nothing all at the same time.
Story of my life.
Perfect.
That like literally could be the title of the movie of my life.
Title of your what? Okay, so first thing, I want to talk about smartwatches.
Okay.
And I hope that I'm not.
So is this smartwatch conversation coming from the place of the people that watch the calories burned on their fucking
but even
watches?
Further than that, it's the Tamagotchi. We are the thing that we're trying to keep alive with these godforsaken smartwatches. So yes.
Okay.
And I want to start by saying you, for the most part, give zero shits about those rings.
Yes. To be perfectly honest, can't wear it when I play basketball, can't wear it when I play hockey, and 85% of the time forget to start a workout when I'm working out.
Totally.
Went to a boot camp recently. It wasn't until halfway through the fucking boot camp when someone was talking about the calories burned on their watch, but hey, I got to press the workout button.
I totally respect that. I am someone who...
You turn it on when you're fucking walking outside. Like I see you, we go for a walk together.
I want it. Yes, totally. Yeah. But we are the Tamagotchi that we are trying to keep alive.
Yeah. Little creature. Yeah, sure.
So something that...
For the people that are younger, a Tamagotchi is something from our childhood that was the little digital pet that you had to feed and clean its shit up.
Yes. And keep it alive.
Keep it alive, and it would inevitably die when you went to bed one night because they
woke up to the little
stupid
skeleton.
Yeah, they were fucking stupid. But yes.
So, just like the last episode, often the New Year's resolutions have a really big hold on us. These watches have a really big hold on us. We like to close those rings. We like to see the max heart rate. We like to see the calories burned.
And to be fair, they are incredibly accurate.
Yes, decently accurate. But the next question I was going to ask Are they truly accurate?
Well, I mean, they're not ever gonna know 100% what you've put into your body, and they're also because of the differences in something like cardio training versus strength training, they don't completely
For sure.
accurately
For sure.
track
Yeah.
all of the calories burned.
But are they a ballpark?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it provide you with data? Yes.
Oh, 100%. And we've talked about in so many different ways how the more data you have, the
Yes. Yes.
better it is.
Um, but does closing those rings make you any more successful than someone who is doing all of the things and does not have a friggin' watch on their wrist?
No.
Exactly. Another thing that I want to talk about when it comes to the smartwatch is exactly the calories burned. We see it day in and day out here at the gym, anywhere else. And I have fallen into this trap myself many times.
Mhm.
Um, Focusing so much on getting the highest possible calorie burned,
Mhm.
which we know during a session that is heavily focused, that calorie burn is going to be quite high because your heart rate is quite high, sustained for the entire time.
Yep.
Strength training calories burned are very, very, very different,
Yeah.
usually much lower.
Initially.
Mhm.
But if you look at your total calories between the 2 days, you'll actually notice that they end up being similar.
Yes. And I want to touch on your calories burned during a cardio session and as soon as the cardio session,
Once your heart rate gets back down to
yes,
normal and
you're done
cardio's
burning the
yeah,
calories. If you have done a strength training workout, your body is still burning calories
yeah,
at a pretty rapid rate after the workout is finished.
for a while.
Your watch doesn't care about those. Your body is still working and doing so much after the fact, but yet the calories burned during that, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour workout, they're going to be so different.
Yeah, and a way to think about this in simpler terms is when you do a cardio workout, like your body, it pumps the blood really fast,
You
and
can
that's
tell
yeah, your
by
body,
looking at you.
yeah, yes, and your body pumps your blood really fast during that time. If you think about when you do a really good strength workout, you end up with that pump afterwards. Things are swollen. Well, guess what? That is your blood in your muscles causing expansion.
Mhm.
Your blood is still working long after because your muscles are
Yes.
still swollen
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
So it takes more energy to move that blood through those larger muscles
Mhm.
when they're swollen because you've worked them.
Right. Um,
You don't get that when it's cardio based, cardio focused, because it's in the moment that everything is expanded.
mhm. And we believe, yes, time and place for cardio workouts and cardio,
You have to have both. It's never one or the other.
but the calories that you burn during a workout, that's not what makes it a good workout or not.
No, no.
Did you show up? Did you work to whatever effort you're able to put into
What
that workout that
what are
day?
your goals and did that align with the effort you put into that workout? That's how I would
For
describe it.
sure. Yeah.
That's what makes a successful workout. If your goal is just to make sure that you're getting to the gym every day, then just by walking through the door, you've had a
You're
successful.
ticking that box
Yeah.
for sure.
And that's okay. That is a great, great goal to have.
Mhm.
There is nothing wrong with that goal because honestly, for most of us, it's hard to do.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, so from a smartwatch perspective, I just wanted to get across the point of the watch doesn't make you successful or not successful.
It's a tool.
Closing those little rings doesn't make you any better or any more successful than someone who doesn't wear a watch.
I'm calling you out.
You don't have to wear a smartwatch to work out and have a successful workout.
I've
What?
got that shit eating grin on my
What?
face. How many times has it
Oh,
been
all the
eight
time.
o'clock at night or like 5 minutes to 8? I've got to get my stand goal. And you're fucking walking up and down the stairs and through
I
the house. And
totally wish
oh
that
my
I
God,
didn't care so much about them, but I will say over the last
I find it funny myself.
6 months or so, these rings don't have near the hold on me that they once did.
No, well, they created the pause for you, right? Which made it a lot easier.
Yeah, but I mean, there was a time where I was striving for it's like the red one, it's the Move one.
Yeah.
I would strive for double. There was the
Yeah.
goal,
And
and
then you
I
get
would
the double.
strive for
Yeah.
double.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. It was just a weird it had a hold of me that
It
I
was the
wanted to hit.
competitive edge. Yeah.
Yeah, but now, okay, great if I close it, I move my body every day. So yes, I close it each day, but not near to the tune that I used to
Oh, you had like
close
a
it.
400 or 500 day streak of closing all three of your rings at one point, and I was like,
Mhm.
if I get a week,
Yeah.
that's
And it
pretty
was a
impressive.
competition that I had with myself
Yeah.
because you know how you can have like your friends and like people can see and like pump your tires on your workouts. There was a long time where I had a lot of people on it and I started getting some messages of people being like, "Okay, just ran a 30-kilometer run." And almost like it was pissing them off. So I went through and I muted or deleted or muted or what every other person, I think aside from you, because
Yeah.
I feel like for safety reasons, I would like you to know if I'm out on a run and I finish my run, I would like for that to come across as a notification for you
Yeah.
that, oh, okay, she's
So she's finished her run and she's not home. What is going on?
right.
Yeah.
Um,
Which happened not too long ago and resulted in me having to drive to come and rescue
oh
you
yes.
after you hurt your calf.
That's when I blew my calf. Um, so yeah, the smartwatches can be a good tool for people, but there's like we cross the line of them becoming toxic and
Anything, if used to excess, can be toxic.
mhm, mhm. Also, sorry, I'm spinning back around again. For I actually found when I was burning double, when my goal was to try and burn double the calories, I found it harder to be in a calorie deficit because I was so fucking hungry
Yeah.
from being so active
Yep.
that I just wanted to eat everything in sight.
Yep.
I now, with much lower, more reasonable expectations of myself and my body, I can maintain my nutrition plan a lot easier because my output is not near as
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah. And I would echo that. For me, I go from one extreme to the other. And I find it if I have a hockey game, the next day I'm really hungry. And if I'm not overly active the next day, I don't want to eat at all.
Mhm, mhm.
And I find that to be challenging for me. I don't it's not super balanced, like, because
Right.
I really am really, really active almost every other day of the week.
Yes. Yeah. So people who are trying to burn the most, the most, the most, you might actually struggle, dare I say, more with your
Yeah.
nutrition because you're just trying to burn as many as humanly possible.
Yeah.
Okay, that was topic one.
Yeah.
The next topic. I had someone ask me where to go eat, like to go out for dinner, to go to a restaurant.
Anywhere.
Okay.
Is this, I guess, my follow-up question to that would be, is this a meal that you're having that is creating memories, or is this like you need somewhere to go to pick up something that can fit into your day?
Yes, that option. That's
Okay.
second one for sure.
Yeah. There's lots of places.
But I said I would recommend you going to a fast food restaurant.
Mhm. Yeah.
When you think about calories at a restaurant, um, I believe we've talked about it before on the podcast. The calories that are on a menu here in Canada are
There's a variation.
yes, they're required to have the calories, and then you'll always see, but adults between the age of blah 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 usually need this much. The calories that are on a given menu for a given meal um, have a 25% up or down variance. And when we look at a restaurant that's not a fast food chain, especially, they're always going to be using like the butter and thing and adding things to a meal and the
And
portions they're
yes, they're
using.
gonna give you the lowest possible number that they could.
Yes. When you think about a fast food restaurant, almost all of the meals are
Identical.
standard.
Yeah, they're the same.
They're identical because they come out of a bag.
Assembly line.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when it comes to going to out to eat and wanting to use it as a tracked meal within your nutrition plan, go to a fast food restaurant because chances are the standardized calories that's on a McDonald's, a cheeseburger from the McDonald's is going to be exactly what is in that cheeseburger from
Or very
McDonald's.
close to, yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure, for sure.
Um,
Yeah.
and thinking about going to
There are also ways you can do that a bit more mindfully. Like most fast food places, they sell some sort variation of a salad,
yes,
and you can go with like a vinaigrette dressing, which is gonna be lower calories.
okay,
And generally speaking, chicken fingers or chicken nuggets
mhm,
are made with some sort of white meat
yes,
and can be lower in calories. Yes, they're cooked in oil.
yeah,
However, it's probably still going to be less overall calories than eating a double cheeseburger
mhm, mhm. Um,
and easier to fit in your day because a double cheeseburger will take up most of your daily fat.
right. So ultimately, if you are trying to have the most accurate data for nutrition, you need to be cooking your meals at home.
Yep.
Tonight, we are making a homemade pizza at home. We can control, we're not going to track it, but we can control exactly what is on our pizza, how much of each of it.
Yep.
That is how we can collect the most data and the most accurate data for nutrition.
It's also our free meal tonight
Yes, for
because
sure.
we have our weekly free meal that
Yep.
we have
And I
some sort
preach
of date
everyone who
night
works with
together.
me gets to have that for sure. Um, so just be really mindful if you are looking at the menu at a restaurant. It's not accurate.
Mhm.
They have a very pretty big
Yeah.
variance that they can use when it comes to calories.
Yeah. And some of it is also like the portion size that they will give you is going to be different than the portion size that they have submitted.
For sure, for sure. The, a chef can measure with their heart.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
But a McDonald's assembly line is going to measure with the standardized things that they that
And
they have in front of them.
that's the beauty of those types of fast food chains
Mhm.
is it doesn't matter where you go, it's always going to be the same everywhere.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, that was topic 2.
Yeah.
The third one is something that I love hearing you talk about. So every time I run a group challenge,
Mhm.
there is someone, and not always, not just a group challenge. I mean, anyone who is doing a nutrition program, there's always someone who comes up and says they cannot eat their day's worth of calories.
Okay. It's too much and they're eating less than what is recommended by you
Mhm.
for them in their daily calories. Yes,
Keeping in
this
mind their
happens all the time.
calorie, when I create someone's calories and they want to lose fat, I put them in a calorie deficit, a reasonable calorie deficit, often even before adding in exercise,
Yep.
especially depending on the person and their current activity level.
Yep.
So I love your take on someone who asks the question of, but I can't eat all of that.
Yeah, I think one of the first things I say is, "Why the fuck wouldn't you?" But I don't think I actually post that. I
No,
say that to
you have
myself
a very
because
professional reply.
yeah, I say that to myself because it's like, "Why the fuck wouldn't you eat it?" Like, if you're given X amount, let's say the number is 10, just a random weird number is 10
Mhm.
of whatever, and only feel like you need 8. Cool, great, but you're allowed 10. Why wouldn't you take 10?
Mhm.
Like, that's like saying, I'm offering to pay you $100 an hour. You know what? I'm good. I just want 80. Who the fuck is gonna do that? Right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
realistically, putting things into perspective, why wouldn't you?
Mhm.
The second thing is what ends up happening for people when they are undercutting themselves when they're already in a calorie deficit is it builds up over time. You start to get really hungry.
You end up with the dreaded weekend binge if you
Oh, it doesn't even have
restrict.
to be a weekend. It could be you're at work and it's the middle of the day,
Mm,
4 days into the
mhm,
challenge, and
mhm.
you're like, "Holy fucking shit, I am so hungry. My
Yeah.
packed lunch hasn't been enough." And that's when you go to the fast food place and
Mhm.
you get the large fry and the 6
That
cheeseburgers
will not
and
fit in your
the
day.
20 nuggets, and
Yeah.
you eat it all
Yep.
because you're so, so, so hungry, and then you don't wanna tell anyone that you've done that. So, you get to weigh-in day and you're like, "I'm 4 pounds over, and I'm doing
I'm
everything I
following
can."
the plan. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's an accountability piece here where your own choices are making that
Mhm. Mhm.
process happen. If you're a lot like, and I'm saying aloud, but if your goals are to be at a calorie deficit that is going to create 1 to 2 pounds of weight loss a week, like that is healthy, safe weight loss
Mhm.
and sustainable weight
Mhm.
loss.
Mhm.
And what's the number? 3,500 calories for 1 pound of fat.
Yep.
So if you average that over 7 days, you're talking about a 500 calorie deficit
Mhm. Good
per day.
math. That was fasty wasty.
Yeah, I seem to impress you with my math skills a lot here. But it's so you're talking your Kate is putting you into probably close to a 500 calorie deficit every day. If you are undercutting that even more, your body is telling you that you need to be eating to maintain what you have on your body 500 calories more than what Kate is even
Mhm.
saying.
Mhm.
And now you're, 250 calories more under that you're not eating.
Right.
So now you're talking about 750 calories a day. Sure, if you do that over a long period of time, you're going to lose weight a little bit more quickly,
Mhm.
but it's not sustainable.
Right.
And you're going to binge and you're going to kill your progress and you're going to fail.
Right.
We can really easily survive on a 500 calorie deficit per day on our keeping our body weight
Yes.
the same.
Yeah. And I think there's a few extra layers to it as well. The first one being levels of hunger. If you have spent a huge portion of your life restricting and feeling like you're starving, your it's like pain tolerance. Your
Yeah.
hunger tolerance is about as individual as your pain tolerance,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So one person is way more tolerant of the feeling of hunger, whereas the next person doesn't want and can't have that feeling.
Yeah.
So when you're already in a calorie deficit, and if you're struggling to eat all of the calories that will have you in the calorie deficit, like those hunger cues are going to be all sorts of fucked up too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The next layer to it is your body is going to become very efficient with X calories. I'm going to put out 1,700 calories.
Hmm.
That is going to have you seeing that sustainable, that person is a figurative person.
Yeah.
Everyone's individual. But if someone is eating 1,700 calories and that sees them losing that 1 to 2 pounds per week over 8, 10, 12 weeks, that's really great progress. But what is often bound to happen is someone's body is going to get really, really, really efficient on those calories.
Hmm.
And then often the dreaded plateau hits.
Hmm.
And the plateau is not 1 week of doing meh okay with the goals and not seeing progress. A plateau is 2, sometimes 3 weeks of you doing absolutely everything right,
I would even say it's at least a month. I
of
would.
doing everything right
Yes.
and still not seeing progress. It means that your body has become really efficient with your level of activity,
Yeah.
with the calories, with the water, and we are bound to need to shake it up a little bit.
I'm not even going. I agree with what you're saying, but I'm going to even take it one step further. Chances are, if you've hit a true plateau, it means that the calculation when you started needs to be redone because you've
Exactly.
hit the
Sir, that's
number
what I'm getting at.
that is maintenance.
That's what I'm getting at. Give me a moment.
Sorry.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Exactly. The number, yes,
The
your
number has changed.
body,
Your body has changed and it is now at a
it
number
doesn't need that same amount of calories as it once did because it is 12,
less.
20 pounds lighter.
Yeah.
So it's become really efficient on that. It needs less. Often, it's not realistic for people to increase their movement because we're already busy. We're already struggling to get it in anyway, but something has to change. Usually, that means more movement or a little bit less calories.
Yeah.
If you are already every single day eating under the calorie allotment, we don't really have anywhere to go,
Yeah.
right? No person should ever be eating under, I don't know, like,
Depends on your height and whatnot.
I know, but I feel like the average like middle-aged person shouldn't be under like 1200 calories. Like that's,
I would say that would be almost impossible to do. Like you would not feel
but
good.
if you're already eating under what has been given to you by me,
Yeah.
there's nowhere to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Y- you're right.
So when you yes, I'm just so
So when I say use the calories that you've been given, there's a lot of reasons
yeah.
for that.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's not going to make your progress faster.
Right.
Like
Overall,
overall, it's not going to make your progress faster.
mhm,
It might see like you can say, well, yeah, it's going to be faster if I'm eating
I'm
two.
in a deeper calorie deficit.
Exactly. But realistically, you're not going to feel good.
And at the expense of what? Okay, if you're in an extra calorie deficit from what I've given you, fine. Yes, scientifically, you could see more faster progress, but at the expense of feeling really hungry, feeling really lethargic,
Yeah.
sometimes
Your
feeling,
energy level is going to plummet
yeah,
and you're not going to feel good. And this is already something that's not easy. Let's add in
right.
all of these other feelings that tell us this is so hard.
Yeah,
It just makes a recipe for
yeah.
people to want to not want to, but people to feel like they have to
And it's
give up.
another one of those shifts that's really hard for people to understand and wrap their heads around because they've spent the last 20 years
Yeah.
restricting their bodies and restricting their food intake so much.
Yeah. I also think, and this is something that I think doesn't get talked about enough, but I think happens and people don't say anything in your group challenges or to you, where you've given them their macros at around a 500 calorie deficit for the day, and it's not enough, and they're feeling overly hungry
Yes.
because their body has been so used to eating
Hmm.
more than what their body needs every day. That's
Yeah.
why things have gotten to the point that
Yeah.
they're at. And they're afraid to say that it's not enough.
Right.
The reality is, if you're genuinely feeling like it's not enough, then you're not, a 500 calorie deficit isn't safe for you. It's
Yes.
not a
Yeah.
good starting point.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a 200
Yeah.
calorie
Yeah.
deficit. And we just need to understand that the progress is just going to move a little bit more slowly, but
But
you're
it's
still
still
going to see it.
sustainable.
You're still going to see it.
Yeah. Yes. Just because a coach, anyone, gives you X number of calories, though that number should be able to be a fluid number from week to week to week to day to day to day, depending on you, depending on your goals, depending on your progress.
Yeah.
it it can change with
Yeah.
communication and with reflection and with touching base. That's why communication
It's
is
so important.
so important.
Yeah.
You're not in it alone. Just because you purchased a program from a coach doesn't mean you don't get to challenge it, ask questions.
And maybe for some coaches it does mean those
Maybe.
things, but it shouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah. I fully always expect and anticipate, I don't want to say pushback, but questions, question it.
Yeah.
Recently, I've taken on a new client who is breastfeeding. So we had a lengthy conversation about calories and breastfeeding and
Yeah.
the constant, not constant, but the frequent touch base check-ins, because if at any point her supply drops, we are up in the calories.
Yes.
Absolutely no,
Yeah.
like balls to the wall, they're going up. Um,
And that's okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
She is feeding a second human.
And you have to look at it this way. If you are starting out in a chat in a change like this,
Yeah.
and you're increasing your movement more than you're used to, it means your body is going to start consuming more calories than it's used to.
Mhm.
It's going to probably feel hungrier
Yes,
than you're used to. It's
yes,
going to want more.
yes.
And you're also telling your body, yeah, you need to do more with less. Man, I feel like I hear this all the time in my own professional life. You got to do more with less. But that's what you're telling your body. You got to
Government
figure it out.
funded.
Yeah. You've got to figure it out.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, yes, you do. But maybe if you've increased your activity level and your body is telling you you're really hungry, you need to increase how much you're eating to make up for some of that
Yes, yes,
so that you don't feel exhausted, so
yes,
that you're
yeah,
not getting sick, so that you can feed a second
yeah.
human.
A small amount of hunger is okay as long as it's manageable because if you're losing weight, we are asking you to be in a calorie deficit. Sometimes a little bit of hunger, one, for most people, you probably need to drink something.
Yeah, well,
But for
that's I was gonna
two,
say, like, let's actually talk what hunger means
right?
because
Let me finish my thought.
sorry, I'm interrupting you now.
A little bit of hunger can also be proof that it's working.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm in a calorie deficit because I'm a little bit hungry. I could eat,
Yeah.
but a lot of people, it's just it means you're thirsty. And you're
Yeah,
probably not drinking the water that you should.
yeah, or it means something else. It
Mhm,
doesn't just because you think or are feeling hungry, it does not actually
mhm.
mean that you need
Sometimes for
food.
me, it's you need to go to bed.
I'm not touching that. I'm not going near that with a 10-foot pole.
Okay, so that was the third topic.
'Kay,
We're gonna get to your stuff really soon.
sure.
Do you want to interject now, or do you want me to touch on my
No, you can keep going with your list here.
another question that I am often asked? And I do know that there are a lot of coaches out there who provide this service,
Yeah.
but I want to tell you why I don't.
Okay, what are you talking about?
Meal plans
Okay.
versus hard and true learning.
Yep.
I have received over the years so many inquiries for programming where someone wants me to give them exactly what to eat, when to eat in a day, exactly based on their stats, their blah, 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 blah.
Sure. Yeah.
And
Only
there,
it was that easy.
but there are a lot of coaches who will provide that. Here is your breakfast. Here is your lunch. Here are your snacks. Here are when
Holy
to eat them.
restriction, Batman.
Yes. And there's no learning that happens.
Well, I mean, you're learning to be dependent on someone else to tell you what
Mhm.
you need to have in your life,
Right.
and, uh, like, I can tell you if you were to tell me that this is what my meal is going to be for the next 2 weeks, I'd
Mhm.
tell you to fuck right off.
Y- Okay. You would.
Like, you know me, I'm a
Yes,
picky
for
eater.
sure.
I
For
I would
sure.
not do
But
that.
the number of people who think that that is going to give them all the success that they want, they're
Well,
not
it will.
learning, but they're not learning a damn thing. And yes, you're taking what could be a non-restrictive program and turning it restrictive because you are just going to eat this. Whereas the approach that I always take with people is here are some guidelines. Here are some sample menus, some sample meals that
Yeah.
are going to give you a decent bang for your buck when it comes to your calories and whatever your targets are. But take the time to track what you're consuming so you can actually learn about what you're
Well,
putting into your
the
mouth and what that translates
we
to.
did this backwards, I think, but it's helpful now I can build on what we've talked about
I
already.
made you go in blind.
Yeah, but we just talked about how if you have to eat out, go to a fast food place because you know what you're gonna put in your body.
Mhm,
Why do you wanna know what you're gonna put in your body? Because then you can make the rest of your day fit around whatever that
mhm,
was.
mhm.
That is the learning that happens in the programming that you give is you're not saying eat this exact plan every single day. You're not saying this is what you have to do. You're saying here's how it works to create a
Yes.
balanced meal plan
Yes.
for yourself with the things that you actually enjoy,
Right. Yes.
rather than this is what I like,
Yes.
so eat what I like.
And even the ideas that come with a program with me are quite simple and have often been labeled as boring.
They're boring and bland, and you say, add your own flavor,
Yes, add your own flair, track your own
make it to
flair,
your
make it
flavor palette.
yours. Exactly.
Yeah,
So, a program with me is not follow this exact thing
it's a
to a
recipe
T.
book. Like there's a
It co-
ton of
yes, it
recipes.
comes with that, but as long as you are tracking what you are putting into your body and you are staying within that calorie
Calorie.
target and macronutrient target, you're winning.
Yep.
You can
And you're
eat
learning.
you can eat the foods that you enjoy. You can eat at the time of day that works for you. You could eat 2 meals a day that are larger calories, or you could eat 6 smaller meals a day. How
Yeah.
you make up your day, that 24 hours is up to you. I I don't believe in giving people a, this is what you have to do. This is what you have to eat.
It would be a fuck of a lot easier for you, I can tell you that,
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
you'd have so many less questions people would ask
Mhm.
you.
Mhm.
But the goal with every client that you have is that they're able to take this and make it their own lifestyle,
Yes. Yeah.
and not,
Learn from it. Learn from it.
we talk so much about how people will come to you and say, Kate, I want your transformation. I want your journey. And you have to say, actually, my journey is my journey and
Mhm.
your journey is your journey. And they're going to be different. There are going to be differences.
Mhm.
Why are meals not any
Yeah.
different than
Yeah.
that? Like, the what I eat is different than what you
For
eat
sure. For
because
sure.
I have to eat more than you.
Yes.
I'm a
And we have
bigger
different
person.
taste buds.
Yep. I
We
like
have different
spicy foods
tastes.
and you do not.
Yeah. It's okay. I would far rather see someone learn about food and learn about what's going into their body and how it translates into calories or macronutrients, but that's really hard for people to want to devote the time to.
Mhm. But you do make it pretty easy for people to understand. Like, it's the
Easy to
program, yeah,
understand. The bones of it, yes, are easy
it
to
just
understand.
requires effort.
Exactly. That's the hard part for people. And by receiving this X program that you have to follow, this is what you're eating and when you're eating it, I think they're receiving that false hope that it's going to be easier, but you still have to make time to cook all of these meals. You still have to rush home because, oh no, I have to eat at 12 o'clock and
Again,
I'm at Walmart at 11:59. I have to rush home and I still have to cook this meal when I
yeah.
could make a really mindful choice at, I don't know, a Tim Hortons,
Mhm.
a McDonald's.
I know I've said this before on other podcasts, but eventually it boils down to the fact the fucking choice is yours.
Hmm. Hmm.
You are the one that is accountable to yourself. No one is making you have to do any of this.
Hmm. Hmm.
The same is also true of the opposite. No one is making you choose the fucking shit you're choosing now. You're choosing it because it's fucking easy.
Hmm.
You can continue to live in easy. N- I'm not judging you for it. Kate's not judging you for it. There may be people out there that do.
You
That's
might judge yourself for it.
Yeah, that's their problem. You're definitely going to be judging yourself for it because your internal voice is probably pretty negative around stuff
Hmm.
already. But you are choosing this.
Hmm. Hmm.
Full stop. You are responsible for that choice. No one else.
Hmm.
Which maybe starts to bleed into the next topic that we were going to talk about. It's not the world that's going to be against you. Sorry, but it's not the world is against you. It's not that systems are set up and everyone is fighting against you. You are making this choice. If you don't want to put the effort forward for yourself, fine.
Hmm.
If it feels like it's going to be too hard, it's going to be too much, it's too complicated, it is.
Mhm.
That you're telling yourself that, but that is on you.
Exactly, and you have to be okay with it, and I have to be okay to let you
Yep.
be okay with that.
Yeah. If you are telling yourself that you can't because you can't have something that you love, you're number one, you're wrong.
Mhm,
But number two, you're right. But that's your fucking choice.
mhm. I think that's something that kind of comes into play in your line of work a lot,
Yep.
um, and
I think it
people are
does. But
mad at the whole world. They're mad at the entire world. Everything is against them. Everyone is against them. Their bodies are against them. Their work, every single thing is
yes.
against them.
And I think it's important when I start talking about my work and stuff. This is feedback that I've gotten. I need to pause for a second and say, when I'm talking about stuff and it being your choice, I'm talking about people that don't live with significant mental health concerns. If you are someone that does live with depression, does live with anxiety, or does live with even more complex mental health concerns, whatever those might be, let me tell you that it is going to be harder to do the things that we're talking about. The mental health component is going to make things even harder because the chemicals in your brain or the way your brain works, the way you process the world, all of that stuff,
Are you talking about like diagnosed mental health?
diagnosed mental health. And if you truly feel like things are impossible, chances are you have an undiagnosed mental health concern. If that feels like you, things are going to be much harder, but it can be easier. It doesn't have to be the thing that stops you from being able to move through your life. There is treatment available. It's really hard to say, my mental health makes it so I can't when you're not doing anything to address your mental health. And what I mean by that is see a doctor, see a psychiatrist. There are medications. And I'm going to be open and honest. I am someone that is diagnosed with attention deficit disorder. I have ADHD. It's combined type. So I'm inattentive and I'm hyperactive. And it creates a lot of problems in my life, or used to. Kate can attest to how chaotic, when I am not taking my medication, my life can get.
Yep. I can also speak to how the process of you finding the right dose, because that was a journey itself.
Yeah,
The right
I
dose, the right medication, all of that.
I have tried a number of stimulants to get to the one that works for me, and it hasn't been easy.
Hmm.
I have gone through lots of side effects. I have had lots of challenges. It's not an easy journey, but the best things in life are not easy.
And you made the choice for yourself to like work at it, and you went to see the doctor. You made the choice
Yeah,
to not live like that anymore, to not feel that way, to not live like that, because you were frustrated with yourself
yeah.
a lot
And
of the
I
time.
was frustrated because we would, and arguments isn't the right word, but we would get into the same conversations over and over again about things that I would be doing that truthfully I felt like I had no control over because my mind just didn't process things the way other people's does. And that's fine. But I can tell you now that I'm on the proper medication and I've done the right therapies and I've treated my mental health,
Hmm.
everything else is easier.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that is true for most other mental health or mental illnesses as well. If you commit to finding the right treatment for you, it will get easier.
Hmm.
It is a trial and error process. When it comes to medications for mental health, it's not like other medications. It's not like other things where like everyone takes the same medication for a specific illness and it works for everyone.
Mhm.
There are so many different types of mental health medications for each different diagnosis, and everyone's body and brain chemistry is going to respond differently. And if you have a bad experience with one, it doesn't mean all of them are bad.
Mhm.
It just means that one, and it could even just be that brand of that one
Doesn't work for you.
doesn't work for you, because that was part of my trial and error. Was I had to learn that the the medication that I take now has to be brand name.
Yeah. They
Because
can't substitute it with, like, the generic one that
yeah,
a
because
lot of medications are, right? Like,
yeah,
there's always the, I don't know, like, the off-brand,
yeah,
and they're supposed to be the exact same, but
but they're
cheaper, but
not.
they're not.
They're
Yeah.
not. The
Yeah.
fillers in them are different. There's variation between each one of those generics, and you may have to experiment, trial and error. It is part of the journey.
Mhm.
If you want to be well, that's what it takes. It takes a willingness to try and fail and realize, yeah, that wasn't the right one for me. Back to the drawing board. Let's
Mhm.
try something else and have regular communication with your doctor. You have to be your own best advocate and say,
Mhm.
this isn't working for me.
Right.
That is okay.
Can you talk a little bit about, like, what you do for work? Is that a little like, I don't know if that's something that you can really discuss and talk about, and how
I can talk, like, I'll talk in general terms about what it is that I do.
and some of the struggles that, I don't know, that you face and the people that you work with face, and just kind of, I don't know, tie it into why that is such a hard, like, a large part of this podcast, that, like, a point that we wanna get across.
Yeah. So I, I think I've said it a billion times at the beginning of our podcast, but I've been working in the mental health field for over 10 years. I've worked a bit in the hospital setting, and I have worked for over 10 years in the community setting. I have worked in crisis. I have worked in case management. I've worked in the justice system, and I've worked in the social assistance system. Generally speaking, my role through all of that has been sort of similar in the fact that I will meet with people and learn about their individual struggles with mental health, their own individual symptoms, their own individual challenges, and help them create a plan to either stabilize or work towards feeling different or better in the most general sense.
No, I love it because it kind of sounds a lot like what I would do from day to day with programming for people.
Yeah. And I have a very concrete belief that one of the best treatments for many mental health concerns is physical activity.
Mhm. Mhm.
I will tell you that when you feel like the only thing you can do in life is sit in bed or be in your home and steer clear of people and limit yourself physically and not go for walks and not get outside and not be active, the best treatment for that is to get active.
Mhm.
It's the opposite, and it's going to feel impossible.
Mhm.
The medication side and the therapy side is going to make it feel less impossible,
Mhm.
but it's still going to take effort like everyone else
Yes.
to get to the place and do the thing.
And you can't do the work for them.
Nope.
You can do the work with them and
Yep.
help put the systems in place to make that success.
Yeah. I can tell people this is what will work.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
can tell people that the things that I'm saying right now,
Yeah.
I can,
And help pick them up when,
yeah, be there when things fall apart.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And help them to recognize that it didn't fall apart because everything and everyone is against you.
Yeah.
It fell apart for whatever the other
Yeah.
reason is.
Yeah. Well, if it fell apart just because not everything
Doesn't always work out.
works out for the best,
Mhm.
and that's okay. It can, it's never all bad and it's never all good. It's usually somewhere in the middle.
Mhm, mhm.
And we
You
are
help them
going,
to see it that way too.
yeah. And in life, we are going to have bad, awful, tragic things happen in our life. We've talked about a recent one for us.
Mhm,
It's what you do with that.
mhm,
Are you going to let that be everything that you see? Because there are bad things that happen all the time for us.
mhm.
Are we going to sit and dwell on them? Like, there are people that message us at the end of every month and say, I don't think I can keep coming anymore for whatever reason. We could focus on all of that, or we can focus on the fact that, hey, there's new signups almost every day too.
Mhm, mhm,
And that's a positive way to look at it.
mhm.
Yes, people have to, maybe they're moving away or it's beyond our control. We don't
Yep.
control either of these things. The thing that we control is what people experience when they come in the doors here.
Right, right.
And we have so many people that stick around for such a long time
Mm,
because they enjoy what happens when they come in the doors.
mhm,
And it can be the same for you in your own life. If ev- everything feels like it's all bad, it's because you're focusing on the bad.
mhm, mhm.
And there are therapies that exist that you can do that will help you to change the way you think about those things.
'Cause you're not broken,
You're not broken.
right? There might be, like, bumps in the road and
Yeah.
challenges that come up, but you're not broken. Not everyone and everything is against you.
No.
But if you
Things might be harder for you.
Yep. And if you tell yourself enough times that they are against you and that they are
It becomes your
for
reality.
sure, for
Yeah.
sure. And it's those are the people who have this the dark cloud around every single aspect of their life.
Yeah.
They've just said it over and over so many times that it's become true. And anything that even could be positive and be something that feels good ends up being clouded with that mindset that everyone and everything is against them. It's
What a sad way to feel like
Mhm,
that's how your life is.
mhm, mhm. And
And
people see it. People
people around you see it
for sure.
and are probably afraid to say this is what they're seeing because it's just going to be another confirmation that everything is bad in your life.
Right.
That's the fear. That's why people don't say that to you.
I
However,
see. If that person came to the dark cloud
yeah,
in your work, in my work, yes, that would reinforce for the person. Yeah, okay. Okay.
yeah, it just becomes another
It's another thing that I've
confirmation.
never looked at that way.
Yeah, it just becomes another confirmation that everything actually is shit. Everything fucking sucks and everyone's against me.
Yeah.
When the reality is, just trying to help you see that it's your own way of thinking. We're not responsible for how you're thinking and what you're saying.
Mhm,
You are.
mhm, mhm,
Just like you're not responsible for what I say. I am responsible for everything I'm saying right now.
mhm,
Whether you agree or disagree with me,
mhm,
I am responsible for what I'm saying right now. And you are responsible for what you think and say.
mhm,
If you want things to change, you have to decide to do that.
mhm.
If you want things to not feel so negative, you have to work to create the positive.
In realistic ways.
Yeah.
Um,
And that can look like the right medication. It can look like the right therapy. It can look like finding the things in life that you are passionate about
mhm,
that do matter to you.
mhm.
And maybe that's not the gym.
Sure.
Maybe that's arts and crafts or a poetry
Arts
slam.
and crafts.
I don't, fuck, I
You
don't
could
know.
say arts and crafts is like the craft kit that you got from Crayola when you were 5 years old at Christmas. The sand
Hey,
art one. It's great.
tell me they weren't
I
fun.
loved them. I
Yeah.
loved them.
But like, that's what I'm trying to say is everyone is allowed to have their own individual interests and passions and find that for yourself.
Mhm.
And
And sometimes it's scary.
it is scary.
Not to turn this around and be about me, but my passion shifted a number of years ago
Mhm.
from what I went to school for
Yep.
to this.
Yep.
And that is scary. Well, that was and is scary as hell to take that leap and to take the chance on yourself.
Yep. A question that I often find that comes up when I'm talking to people is, who are you?
Mhm.
And a lot of times people, like, we struggle to answer
Yeah,
that question.
totally. Totally.
Like,
I
eh,
don't, people wouldn't know.
yeah, if I were talking to you 12, 13 years ago and I asked you who you were, it would have been a really hard question for you to answer.
Yes, yes. And the answer would be very different than now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's because you allowed yourself to follow a path of discovery and figure out who you are.
Hmm. Man, yeah, I did. I followed a path of discovery and I
Up,
found out who I was.
got to look up, remember?
I followed a path of discovery to figure out who I was. And it worked.
Yeah,
It worked.
it worked.
It's
It's
doing it.
scary.
It's very scary.
How many times did you think you were going to fail?
So many times. I still
Yeah.
wake up on a Monday morning. Well, today might be the day. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's not actually like that. Um,
No,
yeah,
but it does happen. Those thoughts
for sure.
definitely enter your
And
mind.
the idea of what's to come in the future, we're not talking
Yeah.
about it yet, but what's coming is also very, very scary for us.
Yep.
But I have you. Kudos, because I have you in my corner and you help me make all of those scary decisions and make them seem not so scary.
It's
I know. Go ahead.
it's coming from a place of being grounded, rational, and not emotional.
What's it like to be rational?
Well, I mean, some of the time you're kind of rational. Yeah.
Okay. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, it's not even on this list. It was just as we were talking about meal planning versus learning. Um, I want to talk about one more thing.
Okay, sure.
AI.
Okay. I love my
I want
little chat GPT.
yes. So at our fingertips, at our friggin' fingertips is everything you need to be successful in
Sure.
terms of a plan. You could type in if you are someone who wants to be told
Be
exactly,
careful.
I know exactly what you're thinking and I know where I'm going.
Okay.
If I was one of those people who wanted a program that told me exactly what to eat and when to eat,
Hmm.
I could type into AI and it would give me exactly what I could eat, when I could eat for free.
Sure.
If I wanted to start working out, I could type into AI and get a complete strength training program for free.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted to learn the tools that it took to lose weight and I said I wanted to lose, I mean, if told it I wanted to lose 10 pounds in 1 week, it would tell me exactly how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it would also do it if I wanted to lose like 1 pound per week.
Sure. It would also, if you decided to say, hey, little buddy, I want to eat cheeseburgers for all of my meals every day. Do you think that would be a good idea? It would say, fuck yeah, let's figure it out. Because it's a little confirmation buddy that will tell you even your wildest, stupidest ideas are wonderfully smart.
But that doesn't make someone successful.
Nope.
That AI doesn't keep you honest. It doesn't keep you accountable. It doesn't, well, I guess it does communicate with you, but not in the ways to make you successful and make you do the things that it's plunked out to you.
Yeah.
Great. But that's not going to keep you accountable.
No. And I mean, sure, you can have lots of conversations with this thing and it can feel like it's your best friend and
It's never going to steer you wrong.
genuinely cares about you. And so you create that emotional bond where you do feel accountable to it. Absolutely, you can. That, like, it's literally built to be a chat bot. The problem is it isn't always going to give you the best advice.
Mhm.
It's going to often tell you what you might want to hear.
Mhm.
And it's, again, similar to our smartwatches, similar to everything else. It's a tool.
Mhm.
It is not a thing to follow as this is the be all end all.
Mhm.
It's not going to live your life for you. And it's certainly not going to make your decisions for you.
Mhm. Mhm.
You are the one that makes your decisions. Again, you are responsible for what you think and say and do.
Yep. I think there are a lot of hosts out there too right now, especially because I mean AI's been around for
A bit.
a little while now.
Yeah.
Um, but saying that trainers, coaches are going to be out of work because of
Maybe.
AI. I don't think so.
I think I think that the bad ones will be.
Fair. Fair for sure. Yeah.
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 I think that the ones that
Care.
care will continue to be around because they create those lasting relationships. They create that community. They create lots of other things
Mhm.
that AI just will never be able
Right.
to do.
Right. So AI can be a tool.
It can be a tool to assist you in your success, and it may be a tool that, when you're doing your meal planning, you can say, here are the meals that I think I want to have. Can you help me figure out my portion sizes? And it's going to do that. And it's going to be pretty accurate and
Mhm.
tell you
Mhm.
what to do. It can be a tool to assist, but is it going to be a tool that you're going to use that's going to make everything successful?
Mhm.
No, it's
Mhm.
not. There is no magic fix anywhere for anything.
Right.
There is no single pill that you're gonna take and it's gonna make everything better in an instant.
Mhm.
It is effort, it is time, it is
Choices,
ch
choices, choices,
yes.
choices, daily choices, choices in the moment, choices minute to minute that you are making that are either going to steer towards results
Mhm.
or steer you away from them.
It just depends on you
Mhm.
and what it is that you want to make a priority. Do you want easy? Do you want a challenge?
Mhm.
Do you want change? Do you want things to stay the same? Change is hard.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know too many people that I've met where they're like, "Yeah, fuck yeah,
Yeah,
lots of
change.
change."
Woo, that's
No,
great.
for the most part, we
Yeah.
no, we want things.
Change, uncomfortable feelings. Woo.
Yeah, we really want things to kind of be a little bit predictable.
Yeah.
That goes back to, like, the way back beyond times when we were forming out of the goo or whatever the hell it is that evolution taught us.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of goo, never mind.
Yeah, that is not this kind of
Right,
podcast,
right,
Caitlin.
right,
That is
right,
that
right.
should be an episode one day, though, just talking about the benefits of making these changes
Oh,
and sex. I think it would be an interesting podcast. Comment on that. Tell Kate.
I think I would turn about as red as that boxing bag over there. If we
That'd be fun.
oh my God. That'd be like having Stathy sitting here because he was so uncomfortable and put him out of his comfort zone.
I
That will be
I want it.
me.
Yes, I want you to be that uncomfortable. You got to step out of
Maybe,
your comfort zone.
maybe we'll set a New Year's resolution to do that.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it is.
On that note, let's wrap. No, I'm
I
kidding.
I think that would be like it is something that is like it is a basic need of humans, and it would be an interesting conversation to have in relation to making lifestyle changes. And you are so mortified right now.
God.
She's gonna beg me to edit this
Oh
out.
God.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry, people that I know or family. Oh.
God. Well, I don't have anything else to talk about. We crossed off all the things off my list. I was going to ask you if you have anything to add, but I don't think I want to know.
You don't want to ask those
I
questions
don't think
anymore.
I do.
Yeah, this is a very fun podcast, though. I had a lot of fun with this one.
Totally random. We really went in every sort of direction.
You have almost like tears in your eyes. You're so embarrassed right now. And I am having so much fun with this embarrassment.
Uh,
I'm in trouble later.
I think no, we're gonna have pizza later. It's fine.
Yeah.
Pizza will never steer us astray. I really like that this podcast came solely from me, but also that it came from conversations that I have had over the last couple of weeks in the moment
Mhm.
with people either typing on the computer or one on one or in small groups, just topics that have come up that are really important for everyone to hear and conversations that are important to have.
Yeah. And
And but I really like that it came that every episode has come up naturally in the topics that we've discussed, but
yeah,
this one felt like it was accumulation of all of the smaller
it's
topics.
the small puzzle pieces that
Mhm,
kinda happen in the background, a lot of it is,
mhm,
that tie into everything else in such a concrete
mhm.
way.
And in the
And
moment when I was having the conversation, I was having the moment of, "Hey,"
yeah.
and which is why this podcast even came to
Yeah.
be, was we had a conversation and both of us went, "Huh,
Mm,
these are things people need to hear." Every podcast up until now has been things that people need to hear.
mhm.
This was all of the smaller puzzle pieces of
Yeah,
important
and
things.
to be fair, I don't think we're making light of any one of these topics today in saying that they're the smaller puzzle pieces. They're just the underlying currents around, you know, prep, the fad diets, making lifestyle changes,
Get
how to
sucked into a watch.
yeah, how to navigate different events around the year or uh, get to the gym, what workouts look like, what supplements look like these are all the undercurrent things that impact all of that stuff.
Mhm,
Like mental health can play a massive role in your ability to get to a gym.
mhm,
It can play a massive role in your ability to tolerate any kind of change in your life.
mhm. So they're conversations that just need to keep being had.
Absolutely, yeah. And again, I want to stress that when I talk about it being someone's choice and you're choosing to do the thing that is unhelpful for you right now, if you're living with mental illness, it is going to be harder. And I understand that and I empathize with it. I do get it. I get it better than probably most people would.
You bring
I'm,
a really unique perspective to
yeah,
all of these conversations.
I'm also saying it's really hard to say that that is the thing in your way if you're not doing something about it.
Mhm,
Because I struggle with mental health.
mhm,
I have mental illness. It would be really easy for me to not treat it and live my life with unmanaged ADHD. Like it's easy for me, it's hard for everyone else around me. And Kate's covering her face and nodding for those that aren't watching the video, because it is true. It affects everyone else. And I don't see
mhm.
the problems it creates and the chaos it leaves until I take a second and reflect and go, holy shit. Like I've left every cupboard in the kitchen open. The milk is in the
Pantry.
pots and pans drawer, and my clothes are all over the house and I haven't done anything that I set out to in a day. Like I get it. I get how hard mental illness can be, but at the same time, you have to make the choice to do something about it if it is causing you problems because there are treatments, there are lots of medications, there are lots of different types of therapy. And I can list them. There's cognitive behavioral therapy, there's dialectical behavioral therapy, there's brief narrative therapy. And the list kind of goes on and on. I'm touching on kind of a few of the big ones, but also ones that I'm trained in.
Mhm,
Um, but there's acceptance therapy. Like there are so many different types of therapy out there that You can try them, see what works for you, because what works for me isn't going to be what works for you
Mhm.
when it comes to mental health, because we're all individual. And it's the same way when you're planning your diet, when you're working with someone like Kate, and she doesn't provide you with a meal plan. She says, here are some recipes. It's up to you to decide what you like as an individual and put that into practice using the knowledge that she's teaching you. It's the same kind of idea.
Mhm.
There is no one size fits all.
Nope.
We're all our own person.
And your journey is your journey. My
Yeah.
journey is my journey. Yours is yours. Theirs is theirs.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap for this one.
That's a wrap on this episode. The Q&A version. Keep bringing the questions. Keep bringing the topics.
I'm going to title this one WTF, what the fuck? Because of the second, or I guess firsthand embarrassment you had by
I thought it was what the facts.
no, it's what the fuck is wrong with Josh? Because now Kate is dreading the fact that someone's going to comment or tell her that she has to do a podcast episode about how making a lifestyle change can
And
impact her life.
it might be one of those times that I say, whose name is on the building? Whose name is on the building? Who gets to make the final decision?
Maybe we can find some kind of expert on the topic to come and talk with us.
Oh, that's a good idea. That would make me feel better than just you and I.
Yeah.
Ew, never mind. Never mind.
We're not having sex on the podcast, Kate.
No, I almost used words that would just be really inappropriate at this point. Anyway, not going to. Thank you for watching, listening. Like and subscribe. Leave the reviews. Leave the feedback. I think.
Careful what you wish for.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Moving on.